Hello everyone, welcome to another Creative Crafts Needs video. Today I'll be sharing with you two tips. One is how to put several images together to create one image that you want, and two, how to cut out your images so that you can be able to use the most out of your craft paper and not have to feel bad about throwing out scraps. First tip is how to put images together to create one image that you want that you don't have. Right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set this to black so that you can actually see the image that I want. Right, so this is the image that I want. I made it this way so that I can go ahead and trim it in half like this, and then from here to the bottom will be Santa's beard, and then from here to the top will be his beard as well. So I'm going to just be having his beard, and so I'm going to end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 beards out of one sheet. Now the way I lined it up was that from this top to the image, the space is 0.5, and from here to here where it starts is 0.75. The reason why I did that is because if I go ahead and open this up and bring up a square here, I'm going to bring this square up. Let me cut that and paste it on layer 2. And so here I have this clear square. If I change the size of this to 4 1/4, and then the height 5 1/2, this will show me that this is what I'll be left with when I'm going to go ahead and trim it. So if I were to put 4 squares, so let me select here 4. Right? It'll give me 4 squares of the same size, right? And if I position this exactly at 4.25, it'll move it right over. And this, I'm going to set this at 0. So this is the size of your paper, which is at 8 1/2 by 11. Right? I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing here. 0, 4.25, and then from here up would be 5.5. Over here would be 5.5, and sorry, the top ones would be at 0 and 0. Okay, so okay, there's something wrong here. Okay, this is 4.25. My bad. Alright, so let's zoom out, and so our paper here is going to be 11 by 8 1/2. So this is my whole sheet, and so if I were to cut these images out here, I'm left with this whole piece of paper here that I'll be able to use as a background border for any layering that I want to do. So I can go ahead and put on any pattern paper over this box here and cover that hole that I end up with. I wanted to create a beard for Santa, and I don't have that image. So what I did was I put several images together to create the image that I wanted. And so I did this Santa beard using the Campin critters, and I used, let's see, I bookmark all the cartridges that I have that I don't have it linked to Cricut Crafts, so that it's easier for me to find. Campin critters. Okay, Campin critters. So what I did here was I went to signs, and I selected this beaver image here, and I stretched it out, of course. I also used these circles and this circle, and I basically got the circles from the Cricut Craft Rooms Basic, and it's basically this circle right here. And so you hit shift and you'll get that circle. Alright, so I made this circle. I didn't really go by measuring it exactly. I just wanted to achieve the image that I wanted. And so these circles here, as you can see, you know, if I were to, anyways, so these are the measurements that I got, and so I aligned them all like that. And so if I were to change this layer to be a solid, this is the image that I wanted to achieve. So for now I'm going to put this back to no color, and I want to show you something. And you want to make sure that when you do this, that you weld the images. They all should say weld on it. If they do not say weld, like this one says don't weld, when you go to cut it out, it will actually cut the circle out. You don't want it to do that. You want that to actually weld. So I'm going to click on weld, and you're going to see what's going to happen here. If you notice in the center where all these meet, it starts to turn gray. Okay, so all this area is gray. But then here, I can't gray that out, even though it says weld. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on that image, and you're going to click on where it says hide contour. When this opens up, it's going to allow you to select it. When it turns red, you click on it, and you exit out on it, and then now you have all this that's grayed out in the middle will not be cut. So only everything here that's black will be cut. So I'm going to do it again. Again, make sure that all your images are selected to weld. And then finally, to get rid of this here, you're going to click on that image, select hide contour, and then click on that, and then exit. And so I'm going to zoom out here, and I did 4 images. Alright, so I put the squares to help me, but you don't really need to. You can leave them there if you want, but you don't really have to, because when you're cutting it, when you go ahead and you click that you want to cut it, let me turn on my device here just so that you can see what I mean. Okay. Alright. Okay, I need to put in the cartridge that I'm actually using. And the images that I used were from the Cricut cartridge that says Camping Critters. And that was the only cartridge that I found that had what I needed. So now it's gonna say all layers. You gotta make sure that you put it only to cut layer 1, because layer 2 has the squares, and we don't want that. We just want layer 1. And so basically, we click on layer 1, click the load mat, and then cut. So again, so that's how I do my my layering and stuff for whenever I want to do certain image that I don't have, and also so that I can make sure that I line it up perfectly in the center of those rectangles, so that I can be able to cut the paper out in 4 pieces like that, so I can be able to use the entire sheet.